Well, welcome everybody to a new year. It's 2011. Man, I made it. I made it, man.
We made it.
We did it. The year of hope, the year of tranquility, and yet another year for the White House and the government to try and fit the problem that others, I'm not going to say no names.
He means Bush, y'all.
And Gavin, quiet down, man. Don't be so blunt about everything. I mean,
My bad.
he was only doing what his daddy told him to do. I mean, hey, if my dad told me to jump off a bridge, I probably would not do it. But at least I would try to make him think that I was doing it, man.
Okay, John. But in this area, we had to give the people the facts. There are some lies around the truth, but it is our sworn duty as diplomats, citizens, and comedians to give the people what they want. Not even that, but
What they are giving the right to hear, people.
I mean, hey, unlike the government, we are transparent. I mean, what the Southern diplomat is, a man of the people, for the people, and by the people.
And hold up, Gavin. Are you reciting the Constitution?
Yeah, I did. I thought I put a nice touch of that Southern Tennessee on it.
Man, nice job if I must say so myself, man.
Wait, John, we didn't even tell the people about the show.
Oh yeah, Gavin, you right. And I mean, you have the perfect sense of the whole southernness, the whole background and everything. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take a whack at it, my man.
Okay, don't mind if I do. On this show, people, we will be bringing you what others have, but we will go deeper into it with a courageous feeling and more. With the esteemed direction of me, John, and my boy Vince, who will be coming to us soon, we want to bring you what is on our mind and hopefully will stay on yours. I mean, we are from the South. There's nothing better and never will be. So go into the kitchen, get yourself some Kool-Aid, preferably orange, that's my favorite, and a bag of chips, because we got a good show for you tonight. So stay tuned, my people, because down here, we do it big.
Well, people, it is time for us to start our show, and it is time for us to give you what you need. The politics are flaring up again, and it's too much to handle. So, Gavin, our first topic today is about President Mubarak. Finally, stepping down from office that he been in for like 30 years and 18 days. And I mean, it really is crazy, because now it seems, because at first President Mubarak said that he was going to leave, but then he came back and said, no, I'm just going to give away some of my powers. Mm-hmm. Now, the people in Cairo, Egypt, were so mad that they had to really throw flares and everything, and it was just very crazy at night. So I'm like, didn't we do that with George Bush? I mean, it was so crazy that I think Mubarak decided to stand on his own feet again, but he just couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. So, I mean, what are your thoughts about the whole thing, Gavin?
Well, John, it's funny how this Egypt situation just popped up in the media. I mean, we haven't heard anything about Egypt in ages. I mean, I don't know, probably before I was born. But I feel that Mubarak time is up. I mean, they have been dealing with him for, what, 20 to 30 years now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's time for some new direction. That's what I feel. And the whole standoff with him just not wanting to give up his position, do they have some type of diplomacy like we have where the people vote, or?
I think that where they are trying to go to now, because, you know, the whole U.S., we want to have a democracy in every land.
Exactly. And
everybody coming from European countries over here to America and seeing how well it's work and everything. So I think they are going to implement something like that, but for right now, no, they have never had one. That's why Mubarak just stayed in control for so long. But I mean, it kind of weird, because I'm kind of hurting that he is finally leaving. I mean, he didn't even get a piece of cake before he left.
Did he deserve a piece of cake?
I don't think so. Don't think so, man.
Well, with all that damage done down there in Egypt, let's move on to some United States of America problems dealing with this gas situation.
Yeah.
I mean, gas has gone up $3 a gallon in some cities in America, and it's projected to hit $4 sometime this summer. On top of that, unemployment numbers for the nation has gone down to a staggering 9%, but that's still a wide majority of 1.9 billion people unemployed. I mean, looking down at the evolution of our country and the demand of our people, it was amazing that we can still afford to do a lot of things we do nowadays. I mean, times are hard, John. How you feel about that?
Man, I mean, times are hard, but I still think that we are going in a good way. Because the last time I saw the Census Bureau number, we had like 343 billion people in America. Now, I mean, those might have been the number back in 2008 or 2009. I really don't keep up with that type of stuff because I'm not a number guy. But at the same time, I mean, the total income we have is not great to how much we put out.
Exactly.
Because our crops are falling, and the total food that we are taking in is not really that good. I mean, you have more people wanting to go organic. I really don't even know what organic is. Never have I had an organic banana. You can't even make an organic drink. But
it's possible.
They want you to have that type of stuff everywhere because they want to give you a choice. And I mean, if you wanted a choice, why did you go out? Just stay in.
Well, I mean, you do have a point there. It does seem like unemployment, it doesn't seem like we can see it, but it's out there. I mean, you know it's out there. I mean,
yeah, I know that.
There are many jobs that are going out of business, therefore people are getting unemployed, and therefore the price and demand is not the same. Like, if you not have a job, then you can't go out and buy anything.
Yeah.
Therefore, you put that business out of business, and the cycle just keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
right.
I don't even go to the movies anymore. I mean,
Man,
Redbox, $1 DVD, or just watch it on my laptop or phone for free.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is the best thing to do. I mean, hey, I just wrapped up about $8 on 2 movies at Redbox, but I mean, hey, that's just the way I do things. And plus, it was Valentine's Day. Well, it seems like the candidate and the cabinet are at it again. The Republicans are almost ready to go ahead and hit the road for the 2012 election campaign, and they have 3 key opponents to President Barack Obama. They have Mitch McConnell, who is the Senate Majority Leader. They got Sarah Palin, who I really don't know how far she is going to go again. They have Michael Huckabee. Now, I mean, back in 08, I like him. I like him. And he a real Southern boy. He got that feel to him. Now, 2 of these 3 are high on the board for likely winner for me. It can only be one, and I think it might be Mike, but nobody knows. And reciting the words of Senator McCain, there is no on-the-job training. So, Gavin, do you think the Republican Party can take back control like they were so really wanting to do back in 08?
Well, John, I don't know about this one. I mean, this upcoming election, I don't feel any type of way for any of the candidates, no offense. I mean, Sarah Palin, Huckabee, the other character, whoever that is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this nation's parties at the time. I mean, all of them have the same platforms, what they want to stand for the people. But you see how it goes with every other president. It's just words, sometimes lies, and a lot of broken promises and a lot of broken hearts.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, forget the Republicans or the Democrats. What about the Independent Party? They might can pull something out the hat.
Hey, you mean the Independent Party? Who are they really? I mean, I really don't know. I don't know that party. I don't know the Green Party. I don't know the Tea Party. And I mean, the last Tea Party I had was in 5th grade, and that was just because I was a little boy then. I was experimenting. I was growing. But I mean, hey, it really doesn't mean anything to me right now, because until we get a foothold on today's problems, we will not be ready to tackle what we have on down the road. So I mean, at the same point, it's gonna be a lot more for us to take care of. So I mean, Gavin, I can only say that we are going to do what we got to do. And I mean, either it with Barack Obama or it with somebody in the Republican Party, who I don't want it to be, because I think y'all, we just need to go ahead and let Obama take his time. But I mean, it will be what it is. So, Gavin, that's all I have to take. That's how I feel about it, man.
I'm still stuck on this Tea Party. What were you talking about?
The Tea Party? You ain't heard about the Tea Party, man?
I thought it was with little kids or something.
They are acting like little kids.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where they're going to go with this DNC or the RNC this year, but I know one thing, but it's time to break. So go and use the bathroom and get on back here, because like friends, you only got 60 seconds.